On part 1 of this episode of The Grow Wire Show, Peyton, Jenkins, and Colin Hunter created Alton Lane as an antidote for menswear and the typical shopping experience that goes with it. In part 2, we learn exactly what makes Alton Lane's business model truly one of a kind. You're watching The Grow Wire Show.
One of the biggest challenges we've faced as a company, about a year in, the supply chain that we had leaned on for our first year just was no longer available. And there were about $200,000 of orders outstanding, and we couldn't get them fulfilled. So we did two things. We got on an airplane and went overseas, and we figured it out. Two, there were a group of very important customers to us that all worked at the same company, and I went and sat in a conference room and I met with about 5 of them, one after another, to say that I was personally sorry. And the majority of those guys are still customers to this day. I do think, had we not been able to figure it out, it would have ended our business.
Why don't you walk us through from the time that a customer walks through the door to the time that they get their suit, kind of how this works and the customizations that you guys are doing.
If you come in, say you like the suit I'm wearing, I want to get that exact one. The day after you leave, we actually order that fabric. That fabric gets actually cut at the mill, the exact amount for you. That then gets sent to our factory, and then that goes through 50 plus stages in our factory. Then once that's finished, it then gets shipped to our logistics facility, and then from there it gets shipped to the customer. And we're running that supply chain every single day for every single customer.
So what are your suits offering that somebody who's turning around a suit and shipping it to you in 2 days is not?
There are no two people that have the exact same sense of style, fit, body type. We have 24 different options in terms of aesthetic options, from different color buttonhole to a fun lining, that you're not going to get on a fast fashion garment.
The combination of everything, of that fit, value, quality, and experience, that's ultimately our unique value proposition today.
The very beginning of our business, we had talked about this 3D body scanning technology. It allows us to capture a perfect 3D image of you, the customer. For a customer like me, my right shoulder is actually 1.5 inches lower than my left shoulder. If we don't adjust the jacket for it, one side's gonna sit off always. It's one thing to communicate this via measurements and words to our factory. It's another thing to be able to visually show our manufacturers what this customer, me, looks like.
What are the big life events that your customers are buying suits for?
Business school, law school, med school interviews, your first big job interview, you get a promotion and you treat yourself. We see so many times the groom, the best man, and the father of the groom all come in together. There are not a lot of experiences they can have like that, and we're able to create that. We've had as young as 3 or 4-year-olds whose dads want to get like matching custom shirts with them and their sons, and that's super cute and fun. We've also had 90-plus-year-old billionaires and ex-presidents that want their final resting suit.
Tune in for part 3 of this episode of The Grow Wire Show to find out why Alton Lane's in-store experience is equally as important as their product, and the challenges that come with that personal touch as the brand continues to expand.
How do you scale something that is by nature meant to be personal? How do we make it feel unique to Virginia, unique to New York City, unique to Atlanta, while also having a common theme and thread that runs through the company?